Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video. Today is going to be my Fenty review and demo on the new concealers. I'm not gonna hold you. Y'all probably already seen a billion quadrillion YouTube videos about the concealer. I wanted to give up my beauty markers, my take on what I think about the concealers and all of the other Fenty products that I own. So if you're interested to see how I got this base and you're interested to hear about the new Fenty concealers, stay tuned and watching. And I'm going to go in with the Can't Stop Won't Stop, what is this called, matte primer, and then I'm going to go in with the Born to Glow illuminator. Now I have a oily skin, we've already established that, but the Can't Stop Won't Stop is like, it reminds me of the Becca primer, the Ever Matte primer that just I mean sucks the life out of everything. So I'm going to go around with the Can't Stop Won't Stop in the areas where I typically get oily, so around my nose and my chin. And I find that the tapping motion works a lot better than rubbing it, because sometimes when you rub it just balls up. So I'm taking the tiniest bit and I'm putting it in those areas where I get oily. Then I'm going to go in with the Born to Glow illuminating primer, just because, well, I'll tell you the reason why. The reason why I'm going in with an illuminating primer is because the Fenty foundation, oh, I use way too much. Don't do this. Ah, I look crazy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so don't do this at home. The Fenty foundation is pretty much, it's like a soft matte finish, so it's really good for like oily combination skin types like myself, but I do want a little bit of like a glow, because not like a glow, but just more of like an illumination, and that's what that was supposed to be. But as you can see, I went overboard. I repurchased my Fenty shade, which if you watch my Fenty review, I'll leave it in the comment box below. I am 440. I had such an issue finding my shade before, because so used to being at the end of the spectrum, but Rihanna, you know, she was looking out for the girls, so I wasn't all the way at the end. So I picked up the shade, where are they? I picked up the shade 440. However, I had seen some other reviews, just some other Fenty tutorials and things of that nature, and I figured maybe I'm one of the new shades, because she brought out 10 additional shades to, I think, the 50 that were already put out. Tried 445, wasn't for me, but I picked up 430, and I know the whole concept of like being more inclusive means you don't have to mix foundations, but I personally do not mind. So the other day I wore 440 and 430 together. I look like Casper the Friendly Ghost. Let me hurry up and get this foundation on. So I already did my brows. I'm gonna put on my shades right now. Now if you know me, you know I already love the Fenty foundation. Like, it's my jam. I don't even have to go into detail. It's great for my skin type. I know it's not the best for everybody, but I absolutely love it. I have oily combination skin. I find that it lasts all day and it photographs beautifully. Like I said, I wore this combination like 2 days ago. I was working on some projects. If you're following me on my Instagram, which you should be, The Market Beauty by Kim, you kind of saw a little bit about what I was doing, but I wore this for a project that I was working on, and it just lasted all day, and I love the finish and everything. And like, it just looks like skin. Like, and as you can see, as it's like settling and oxidizing, it's just like my perfect combo. I love it so much. I'm gonna just add 430 again, and we're gonna blend out. We're gonna blend. I mostly need a lot of coverage around my jawline. I still get active acne, and I find that I need the most coverage around here. So that's the one thing that I like. I guess it would be my only con with the foundation, is that I have to layer it up to get the kind of coverage that I want, but I do not mind that. I do like that it can be layered, because sometimes when foundations are just like super full coverage, like you don't really have like a choice in the matter to kind of manipulate or make like an adjustable coverage. So I do like that about the Fenty foundation. Shout out to my barber, D1 the groomer on Instagram. I'll link him down below as well for getting me right, because I was looking like a chia pet. Was not cute. Was not nice, baby. Oh. All right. The Fenty concealers. So when I went in, I've already done my Googles. I do my Googles. I know a lot of people do not like to watch reviews about products that are launching because they don't want to taint their own opinions once they make their own videos. But I like to do my research and do my Googles. So I already knew that each Fenty concealer corresponds with a Fenty shade. So I was 440. I immediately went to 440 to see if the color match would be something that I'd be interested in. What I noticed is that the concealer shades are actually a tinge bit lighter than the actual foundation shades, but they complement one another. So 440 would have complimented me, but I like to highlight, I like to glam, so I didn't want to go for something as subtle. I wanted to highlight my face, so I actually ended up going in with the shade 370, and then I also wanted to choose a contour shade because, again, they run the entire 50 shades, so that's some darker colors that you could choose from, and the shade I chose was 490. The package is very similar to the foundation, just that soft matte, just super glam packaging. It's $26 though. I mean, I'm a makeup girl, so I don't mind spending the coins, but it's a little bit on the pricey side, and everything with Rihanna's brand or Fenty is pretty reasonably priced, so I was a bit shocked to see that price point, but it's $26. So it has this nice flat doe foot applicator, which I love. This is more so just like a demo and review because I already know that I love it. Like, I just already know. So I like to paint, honey. I like to paint. I like to paint it on. You get a lot of product on one swipe. Something that I also love about it. It's very creamy. It's a very creamy consistency. Like, she thick. I was expecting something thin like the foundation, because the foundation is pretty watery. Like, if you pump it on your hand and you tilt your hand, like, it will run. But this girl, she thick. She's super thick. But I love it. Love it, love it. I like the shade. The consistency, as I said, is very creamy, very thick. But the performance of it is very similar to the foundation. So you're about to watch some miracles happen. So we're gonna blend. It blends like a dream. It blends like a dream. It blends. Like, I'm like little to no effort. Like, it's just doing what it's supposed to do. And I love it. Yes, honey. Blends away. Like, look at that. Just super duper simple. So we're gonna go in with the darker shade, 490, and we're gonna use this to contour. And I'm just doing these nice dots along the jawline, like so. A little bit on the forehead. What I love about the shade 490 is that it's deeper than my actual skin tone, but it's not cool. It's a bit on the warmer side, which I love. So it's like giving me contour, but not like too harsh of a contour, and I can appreciate that. It's just a rich, nice chocolatey color. And I stand. So I'm going to go back in with my beauty blender, and I'm going to blend out the nose contour first. It just, oh, like, I'm almost certain Rihanna is like putting her foot in these products. Like, Fenty has not disappointed. Like, I understand it's not for everybody, but it's for me. It's for me, and I stand. Look at my nose. I got a new nose. I have a new nose. I'm gonna go in with this like small dome fluffy brush, and we're going to blend out some contour. You see how it gives me cheekage, but It's not like overbearing. I love that. And it's just blending. Like, it's like fairy dust in this shit. Like, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Yes, 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 yes. Look at that. Ooh, Riri. Riri, yes, girl. Why? You know what? I don't even need music at this point. If she keeps putting out makeup like this, then I'll just have to keep listening to Anti and all her other albums. All her other albums are great, but at this point, like, Riri never has to put out makeup because, I mean, no, put out makeup. Riri never has to put out music again at this rate because everything is just pure snatchery. Like, souls are being sucked out of the camera right now as you're watching this because it's just such a fly ass beat. Wow. I picked up a setting powder. I wanted to try the ones from the Fenty collection because she also dropped some loose setting powders. However, I'm gonna wait on those. I want to see a little bit more response. I might use it as an all over face powder instead of like an under eye powder, but I really needed an under eye powder because I was out of my Too Faced Ethereal one, which I absolutely love. And this ain't translucent. So I was walking through the aisles at Ulta and I was like, and I saw this Makeup Revolution banana powder deep. So they have a banana powder, but now they have a deep version, which I'm assuming is for deeper skin tones, obviously. Duh. So as you all know, I don't like bake anymore, but this powder goes on like a baking powder. Like, I like to work really fast with it because it's pigmented AF, but I am not baking. I'm just gonna go in and set that under eye area. And when I wore this the last time, this whole like routine that I'm doing, it lasted me all day, like all day. It lasted forever. I was snatched, my under eye was smooth. I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier setting powder and I'm gonna set my entire face. I'm gonna stamp and then brush. Yes, because we want to get rid of that like super stark highlight. Like, we want highlight. Don't get me wrong, we want a good highlight, but we don't want it to be like, you know, ashy looking. And I feel like that took all of that away. Wow. You cannot clock me. Like, you just simply cannot clock me. Simply cannot. Yes. I'm using the Bobbi Brown bronzer. Y'all know that's one of my things. I'm just gonna add some more cheekage. For the girls. Around that forehead. I really have a forehead. I just don't have a forehead. I don't know where it goes. We're going to do that. I'm just adding some cheekage and a little bit down the sides to kind of set that concealer shade that we used. But I'm gonna go in with these two highlighters. This is the Wet n Wild highlighter in 321 Precious Petals, and then this is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Chocolate Geode. Great combo for brown skin. Do not sleep on drugstore brands. I'm all about beauty balling on a budget. Wet n Wild comes through. This, you can't even see. That's like a better, it's just bomb. It's just super bomb. I love it. All right, so I did the highlight. And I'm trying this new thing. Typically, because I have texture like on my cheeks, I don't add highlight there, but I got my makeup done by Tara at Blush on the Boulevard, and she brought the highlight down, honey, and I might have to start doing that. So I'm gonna add a little bit of her inner corner highlight. I was gonna put on lashes, but Riri does not wear lashes that often, so like, I saw Rihanna not wearing lashes, and so I'm not gonna wear lashes, but I did do a little wing liner. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So I'm going to add some inner corner highlight, just to make me look, you know, a little snatcheroo. I'm mixing those two highlighted shades again from Wet n Wild and Becca. I'm about to do my lip combo. My favorite lip pencil is Mahogany from Wet n Wild. I'm lying, it's not from Wet n Wild. It's from NYX. This is like one of my faves. Then I'm gonna go in with this BH Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade whatever this is. Don't know what the shade is, but I'm about to put it on. It's like a nice pinky nude. Then to top it off, we gotta stay in the Fenty family. I'm gonna top it off with Gloss Bomb. The very first Fenty lip gloss that she put out. Just gonna do a little bit. Yes. So this is, and like I have texture, like I'm not even trying to deny that. Like I'm not that kind of girl, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So I do have texture, I get active acne, but as far as like the actual like color choice and just the way that everything looks, I'm a huge fan. Everything just looks nice and seamless. That under eye area looks nice and smooth. I really like that powder. There's some weirdness going on in my inner corner because of the liner that I used, but it's still great. Just want y'all to see, look at that nose contourage. So that is the end of my Fenty concealer review, demo and review. Absolutely love these, but to be completely honest with you, I was not expecting anything less from the Fenty brand. Rihanna has done her research, she's done her Google, she knows what we want and what we will buy. I suggest going out to buy them. If you are not a makeup girl and you're like $26 is a bit much, I get you there, sis, 110%. I would say go in, play around with the product, learn how to use the product first. I'm a big advocate on education and just really learning how to use the products that people recommend to you. So like, if this ain't your thing, don't go out and buy it. But if you are looking for a concealer, if you're comfortable using concealers and you want to try something new, these are phenomenal. I'm excited to continue to see what Fenty puts out. Riri girl, if you never put out no music, it is all right with me, because Anti was fire. But thank you for these concealers. Huge fan. So if you have tried the Fenty concealers or any Fenty product, I want to know what your favorite Fenty product is below. Clearly I'm a fan of the concealers and I'm a fan of the foundation, but tell me what you like, what you would recommend to me. Make sure you comment, subscribe, and share this video. Hit that notification bell so you all know when I'm dropping new videos all the time. As always, take your beauty, whatever it may be, and leave your mark on the world. Till next time, bye.